What if marketing was as simple as O, 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 and... Well, not that kind, but if you get your marketing right, it kind of feels like that. I was recently watching When Harry Met Sally with my wife when that scene came on. Call me weird, but when Billy Crystal's character says, "Because I immediately thought of one of my first clients who had convinced herself that she was losing business because her branding wasn't right on her website. So I took a look at her website and I knew right away it wasn't the website, it was her messaging. It's interesting. As humans, we tend to overcomplicate everything versus celebrating simplicity. And when we're so close to our business, we convince ourselves that we know exactly what's happening. And while branding is important, when it comes to marketing, it's actually secondary to your messaging. Because the truth is, if your message is off, everything else is off too, which means you're probably wasting money on your marketing. There's no doubt that marketing, whether for a business or for your personal brand, is complex. And this complexity leads us to some of the most common pitfalls, where we tend to focus on things that don't matter as much, and we convince ourselves that we know exactly what's happening. In this instance, a common pitfall that many businesses run into is focusing way too much on their branding and not nearly enough on their message. Focusing your time and attention on branding stuff versus your messaging is just like curb appeal when trying to sell a house. You can make the house look beautiful on the outside, but once they're inside, now they're 100% focused on trying to see themselves in your solution. So to help you get your messaging squared away and your marketing back on track, here are the 4 O's that you need to implement in order to focus your message. So when it comes to the 4 O's of messaging, I like to look at them as an obstacle course. You have a starting point and you have an end point. And at the beginning, everybody has an objective. So you have to think about, when you talk to your customers, what is their objective? What are they trying to accomplish? Now, as the name implies, as you're going through the obstacle course, you will at some point run into an obstacle, something that impedes your progress, that prevents you from moving forward. In order to dial in your messaging, you need to understand the obstacles that your clients are facing, the things that get in the way of them reaching the end of the obstacle course. And the way that you do that is through your offer. Your offer needs to help your clients go over their obstacle so that they can continue on their path to the end of the course and ultimately reach whatever outcome it is that they seek. So before you sit down and rearrange another icon on your website, take just a minute, walk through the 4 O's and ask yourself, do I understand the objectives that my clients are trying to achieve? Do I understand the obstacles that stand in their way and prevent them from achieving those objectives on their own? Does my offer help them get over the obstacles that they face? And ultimately, what are the outcomes that I help my clients achieve? While these steps may sound simple, I can tell you that they are not easy. You'd be surprised at how many service providers struggle to put words to each of the O's. But the cool thing is, once you do, you don't have to fake it anymore. Instead, you'll be able to focus your time, effort, and attention on what really matters when it comes to growing your business. Thanks for watching, and remember, when you get the O's just right, everything else falls into place.